All right, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. How are you? How you doing today, YouTube? Good? Okay, good. All right. What's up, everybody? Allison Wright, Spokane, Washington. What's up? Dustin Mitchell. Dustin, you're a regular. Steve Wong, what's up? Adobe Gains prop. Adobe Gains is always bringing those Adobe Gains every day. Chris Grammatica with the picture of Frank Zappa, or looks like, that's got it. That's Zappa. The picture of Frank Zappa. I think I called you out for Zappa last time. Some of those hot rats. What's up, everybody? You can name the artist at the beginning of this that I was listening to at the beginning of the broadcast here. You get bonus points. If you can name the song, you get even more bonus points. All right. Wow, we got loads of people jumping in. KI77 Uminati, which is Killuminati with the sevens being upside down L's. So clever. So edgy with those sevens. Those L's pretending to be sevens. What's up, Killuminati? Half D's, Helga. What's up? Gavin in Ireland. What's up, man? Body Confident in Trinidad. What's up, Trinidad? First timer in Trinidad. Right on. All right, everybody. What's going on today? Don't see any questions yet, so I'll just kind of babble. For those of you who are just joining for the first time, this is a live YouTube Hangout where you type your things up here. I see what you type, and I respond to it and answer your questions and pretend I'm talking to real people, not just words scrolling on a screen. So this is basically when I sit here and talk to an empty screen, which has a little in the corner, it's got me blabbing. Basically, I'm talking to myself into a computer while you guys send your thoughts and words across space and time, and I answer them. It's strange, right? So check this out. I got, for the viewers, for the regular viewers, I received an email notification today from YouTube. And I've received these in the past, but they weren't as annoying as this one. Let me find it. Where did it go? Did I delete it? No, here it is. So YouTube has kind of rolled out this new demonetization thing where they will demonetize videos using algorithms. They'll look for certain keywords, certain types of content. I don't really know how it works, but one of my videos was flagged and demonetized. Now, this has been happening. Like, a lot of people have been complaining about this, but complaining is a loaded term. A lot of people have been bringing attention to this as a form of possible YouTube censorship. And I think this whole thing is pretty alarming. I mean, YouTube is a corporate entity. It's been owned by Google since when? Like, when did Google take over YouTube? That's when it all went downhill. Remember, back in the day, you used to be able to private message people through YouTube. You used to be able to do a lot of different things in YouTube, like have music in your content as well. But now, I mean, of course, copyrighted music and stuff like that, that's understandable. But straight up demonetizing people for talking about certain subjects is freaking ridiculous. So check out, this is the video that was demonetized for me. It was flagged. So, hi, Primal Edge Health, says YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for submitting your videos for monetization. We didn't approve your video /s for monetization because the content in your videos or video details may not be advertiser friendly. There you go. Here comes YouTube. YouTube becoming the new corporate television, guys. If you believe that the content in your video is advertiser friendly, you can request an additional review below. So this is the video's name. The video's name is called Cholesterol and Anabolic, Ketogenic Diet and High Cholesterol. Have we been duped? This video was flagged, demonetized, and basically being censored by YouTube because who knows? Who knows? Farmer Mima says just appeal it, it'll be overturned. I've never heard of any of these things being overturned. I had another one flagged a long time ago because I put the word PED in the title. I'm guessing this one was flagged because it says the word anabolic. And maybe, I don't know, if you use the word anabolic or PED and you're talking about health or fitness, they assume you're talking about drugs used in the algorithm. I don't know. But pretty alarming, right? A lot of people with political oriented channels are having a lot of their stuff flagged, removed as well. So, it is what it is. Content creators are as content creators, we actually have more of a say in this than people may believe. There are different platforms that you can put your content on other than YouTube. You're not bound to the YouTube box. You're not bound to YouTube. So anybody else who's out there putting out content, who wants to put out content, wants to make sure their content is seen by a wide audience, not censored, not I'm not saying this is censorship, but this is one step along the way to a fully censored, bogged down YouTube 3.0. YouTube used to be freaking amazing. You could put, there was anything would be put on YouTube. Of course, pornography and stuff like that would be filtered out. But the rules, the regulations, and what annoys me with YouTube with this whole thing is there's not even a clear reason why. Why is this flagged? Why? Could you give me a reason, please? Algorithm, AI, whatever. All right. So we got Tim in Kentucky. What's up, Tim? We got Alabama checking in. Whoa. We got so many people. Gruber, what's up? Hey, Tristan, was just thinking about you. Going to Ecuador the 4th of July. Is there anything you'd like me to get you? Anything for the family? Let me know. Rubeth, you're coming in a couple weeks. Oh, man. Can you bring me something that weighs 50 pounds? Can you bring me 70 pounds worth of things? Rubeth, I need some aluminum cylinder heads that weigh 25 pounds apiece. Some pistons that'll weigh very little, but these things I need to make sure they don't get damaged on the way here. Maybe it's better if I just ship them. But Rubeth, we'll talk, man. I'm glad you're coming. We'll go for a hike. We'll kick it in Vilcabamba. I know your family is over in Malacatos or Catamayo, yeah? I just came back from Loja, man. It was a brutal journey. Driving around there all day.
I want some cheese cultures.
Jessica wants cheese cultures she wants cheese cultures brought. We'll talk, Ruben. I hope all's going well, man. Ruben is actually a client that I worked with in the past, and I know he's just been slaying life in general now because I see him every once in a while on Instagram, see what he's doing. He's somebody that I worked with in the past on ketogenic diet, kind of dialing in his knowledge on keto, showing him how to properly do it. And, man, I set him off on his way, and I know he's doing great, and he's actually helping others and teaching others how to do it, and that's really cool. So, yeah, man, I can't wait to see you out here. You're probably hyped to come out. It's really nice weather, too. The rainy season's just kind of ending. Steve Wong, what's up? Amber Sowell says, do you think egg fasts or fat fasts are silly? I don't think they're silly. I think they're obnoxious, pointless, and yeah, they're silly. I was trying to think of some other adjectives without swearing. Yeah, stay off of those. Look, Amber, if you're going to fast, first of all, what is a fast? A fast is abstaining. It's abstinence. If you're going to fast off of food, fast off all food. Don't just eat fat. If you're doing a fast and you're just eating fat, what is the point? You're basically, when you're in a fast, your blood ketones boost. They have anti-inflammatory properties. There's all kinds of amazing signaling mechanisms that these ketones, what's the word? Ketones are powerful signaling mechanisms. They signal epigenetic processes that turn down inflammation, that help cells repair, that help mitochondria become more dense. They help you build and make and create more mitochondria. Ketones are incredible things. But if you're fasting, you're making those ketones for free. If you're fasting, the goal is probably for health reasons, right? If you're doing a fast. Excuse me. A little burp there. So if you're fasting, you're probably doing it for health reasons or to lose body fat. Why are you going to be eating during that? If you're adding fat to a fast, you're not even having protein. So your insulin's still low. Your blood sugars will stay the same. You're just putting in a substrate of fuel that you'll burn instead of your own body fat. So I don't know I can't even think of a situation or a type of a fast or a situation in a fast where just eating some fat or just eating eggs for an extended period of time would be beneficial. I'm guessing that this egg fasting thing came from the keto king of disinfo, Jimmy Moore. I've called this guy out so many times. I'm like, I don't even care anymore. He recently screwed over his the person who wrote his most recent book, Fasting Clarity. You ever notice that Jimmy Moore has his books written by other people, and then he just markets them and makes money off of their hard work? Interesting, right? So his book that he wrote with Dr. Jason Fung. I have a lot of respect for Dr. Fung, especially since he called out Jimmy for his ridiculous behavior online. Childish, clicky, if you don't agree with me, you're a hater type stuff. It's like, I mean, he could say what he wants about me. I've said my piece about Jimmy many times. He can say I'm a hater. He can say this or that. But yeah, fat fast, straight up wrong, Jimmy. Also, eat less protein, eat more fat, straight up wrong, Jimmy. It didn't work for you, doesn't work for anybody. I can't tell you how many clients I've had that have been damaged by this incredibly low protein, high fat insanity approach. So yeah, egg fasts. When I hear egg fast, I just think Jimmy Moore nonsense. Sorry, guys. I said it. Farmer says, do you like Steam It or VidMe or VidMe? I haven't really explored them much. I mean, Vimeo's option. There's YouTube's, the great thing about YouTube is everyone's freaking on it, right? But this is what happens. You consolidate your user base. You make it monetized in a way where, creators are kind of happy, and then you slowly start phasing it out. You see like the top YouTube channels now, they're all, I don't know, whatever. YouTube's great. It would be greater. Just stop freaking, get these algorithms out of here. Quit censoring it. Yeah, you want pornography and stuff like that. But I mean, it's becoming corporate government censorship, and it's absurd. That's how it is. It's the internet. YouTube's not going to be here forever. It's the first. They got there first. They did a great job. It was a very interesting model. But hey, maybe it's time for something else, guys. So maybe someone else make something better than YouTube. Hurry up. Go ahead. All right, Latitude 120. And don't sell it to Google. And why is Google allowed to buy everything? Why is Amazon allowed to buy everything? Why is Amazon allowed to now consolidate the organic food industry through cornering and buying Whole Foods for $14 billion? This is crazy. This is madness. I'm pretty upset about that. Whole Foods, I'm done with you. I was always done with you, right? Go to your local health food store. Don't support Whole Foods. Don't support Amazon, Bezos, and all this. This is absurd. Where's the antitrust laws? What happened to antitrust? Where'd it go? We got Google and Amazon taking over the dang world economy. But it's okay. It's all good. All right. Body Confident You says, I'm 2.5 months on keto. Still confused about total carbs versus net carbs. Woo! Man, I can't tell you how many times I've answered this question. If I had a carb for every time I answered this question, I'd be out of ketosis. Body Confident You. 2.5 months on keto. Awesome. You're probably doing well. You're probably loving it. I love the name. Body Confident. There you go. Confidence in your body. Hey, how about confidence in your essence? Ooh, how about that? So the body is just kind of a reflection, right? It's a vessel. Total carbs versus net carbs. All right, so when you're on a ketogenic diet, you got to keep carbohydrates low. A lot of people say you count total carbs. A lot of people say you count net carbs. This guy counts net carbs. But it's actually one of the most important things is the type of carbs you eat, right? If you're going for foods, your sources of carbs, which you're not, carbs are not a goal on keto, right? You're eating carbohydrate style foods. You're eating carbohydrate-based foods. But these carb foods are vegetables. You're getting them for fiber, micronutrients. They're basically, it's like taking your vitamins. You're eating carbs for the vitamins and minerals. You're getting it for the electrolytes as well. Spinach is really rich in potassium. Avocado, very, very rich in potassium. These sources of carbs, these leafy green fibrous carbohydrates, do not affect blood sugar negatively. Indigestible fiber should not be counted towards your carbohydrates on a ketogenic diet because it ain't affecting your blood sugar. There you go. Body Confident. Keep it simple. Count net carbs. Those fibers, those are indigestible. Those are substrate for beneficial gut bacteria to feed on, to flourish in your gut so you can have a good microbiome, so you can have low inflammation, so you can reduce your inflammation, so you can digest your food. They say like 90% of the immune system is in the gut, right? I mean, they say all kinds of things, all kinds of these clever sayings, but the gut microbiome is incredibly important. So those veggies are important. The carbs are important, but those carbs and veggies, they're indigestible. They're not turning into glucose. So you don't count the total carbs, you count net carbs. And that's total carb minus total dietary fiber equals net carbohydrates. That's what you're counting on keto. Hope that helps. Save a lot of people a lot of time there, right? I mean, that's actually a huge issue of contention with a lot of people. They just don't know. That's like, what do I do? Total carbs, net carbs. When you read the label, net carbs. All right, Melba Round. What's up, Melba Round? SDA Fazda says, any tips for irritation-free head shave? In case you didn't notice, I don't shave my head. I use clippers. Yeah, I'm bald by choice. Actually, I think I still got a full head of hair. I don't know. Maybe it's getting thinner. I don't like going all the way down, man. I don't like but if you're gonna go all the way down, irritation-free head shave, shoot. I mean, when I've done it in the past, I just do water and a Bic, gangster style, man. Vato locos. Yeah, like water and a Bic. I don't know. Tips for irritation-free head shave. I mean, there's probably some nice non-irritating, non-chemical based shaving creams and stuff you can use. A little bit of coconut oil, maybe, something like that. I don't know. Coconut oil afterwards, possibly. But you got a good, nice, fresh razor that's well sharp and some water. You can do it without really, burning yourself up. But I haven't actually shaved my head in years. I just buzz it when it gets longer. And then I think about growing it out every time it gets a little long, and then it gets puffy, and I'm like, man, I don't want to deal with the awkward stage again. So I just cut it, and I just keep it short, and it keeps me cool. I like it. Melba says, I have a question. Good. I added about 100 extra carbs to my diet Saturday and Sunday to help with my poor endurance lately. I heard you mention ketosis. Insulin resistance increases. Having said that, am I able to metabolize the extra carbs and use them, or do they get stored? By the way, it helps some with my endurance, but not enough, and I never went out of ketosis. All right, Melba Brown, I never went out of ketosis. Ketosis, what's the point of ketosis for you? Why are you doing it? Are you doing it for losing body fat? Are you doing it for mental clarity? Are you doing it for improved cognition? Are you doing it for health reasons? Are you doing it for, I don't know, are you doing it for athletic purposes, which some people do. Some endurance athletes do. I'm going to say this. You obviously have just started out a keto diet. This is the first time you've kind of added in carbohydrates. That's cool. That's awesome. What I think is very important that you understand is that this cycle of jumping in and out of ketosis all the time, especially for beginners, like a cyclical ketogenic diet. People are marketing these, right? Like keto cycle, like carb night. You eat low carb 6 days, whatever you want for a whole day. You don't have to change your habits. You don't have to change your addictions to the junk food. You just lose weight like that. These things are marketed. They're kind of like lowest common denominator marketing schemes, right? They're marketing to the most weak parts of ourselves, right? They're marketing to the weak part of ourselves that doesn't want to change. They're marketing to the weak part of ourselves that doesn't want to make decisions to actually change our habits in our life long term. Cyclical ketogenic diet, really, in my opinion, it's attracting that. It's attracting the part of us that doesn't really want to change, the part of us that wants to keep that addictive cycle going, and I'm not a fan of it. Now, it sounds like you've been trying to do a ketogenic diet, and then what happened? Like you've been trying to do a ketogenic diet, and then you had some trouble, right? Like it can be hard to transition to keto. Those first few days can be brutal for some people, and if you're trying to have more endurance in whatever it is you're doing, you mentioned the word endurance, your poor endurance lately. I mean, I don't know how long you've been doing keto or, how you enjoy it or what, but if you're an endurance athlete, it takes time to adapt to using a ketogenic diet. It takes a lot of time. So give yourself several weeks, relax on pushing so hard with the exercise and the strenuous activity. If you're enjoying keto, if you want to stick with it, just back off a little bit on the training and then increase your training volume as your ability to handle that volume increases and improves. You're just asking for trouble doing low carb, then eating high carb, then doing low carb, then eating high carb. I mean, low carb combined with high carb equals, of course, insulin resistance, fat gain, overeating, addictive cycle propagation and all that. So we want to stay away from that. If you're going to eat carbs, eat the carbs. Nothing wrong with carbs. I eat carbs. Not today. Not the last few weeks. Actually, no, wait. This morning, I actually did have some raw goat's milk, some raw local goat's milk. I might have had up to like 25 or 30 grams of carbs this morning. Whoa. I could have get kicked out of ketosis and that lactose. Oh, no. Keto killer. Just because I do something doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Remember, I've been doing a ketogenic diet for 3+ years. I think I've been doing it for almost 4 years, maybe 4 years. I don't even know. Who's counting? But I've been doing a ketogenic diet for a long time. I find that my metabolic flexibility is off the charts. Like I can handle those carbohydrates. It doesn't seem to nail me and make me feel crappy when I do it every once in a while. But the type of carb is important too, right? If I slam some donuts or something, of course I'm going to feel crappy. I'm going to have all kinds of like, you want to eat them all, right? These hyper palatable foods that trigger our hunger, they trigger these deep primal mechanisms in us in our design. We are designed to be able to store fat. A healthy body should be able to store fat. A healthy body should be able to become insulin resistant as well. So let me kind of explain let me kind of expand on that, the insulin resistance part. When you do a ketogenic diet, most people are doing keto because they think they're insulin resistant. They want to get their insulin sensitivity back. Now, a ketogenic diet can improve insulin sensitivity long term, but immediately in the short term, it causes what's called peripheral insulin resistance or physiological insulin resistance. Now, your body's really clever. Talk about this all the time. Perfectly designed machine to function within its environment. The environment gets out of whack, the machine gets a little bit out of whack. It's not well maintained, doesn't work properly. If it's not fed the proper fuel, it also doesn't run properly. When you're switching over to a fat burning metabolism, there are parts of your brain that need glucose. Certain parts of your brain and other organs need some glucose. So they say about 20% of your brain requires glucose always. Your liver will partition the glucose that you have in your diet and the glucose that you make through a process called gluconeogenesis, which is not this demonic force looking to block your ketosis and make sure you never adapt to ketosis. Shoot, the real demonic force there is the confusion about all this, right? Gluconeogenesis is awesome. Gluconeogenesis is there. We wouldn't be here without gluconeogenesis. Without gluconeogenesis, we would need an IV drip of glucose constantly to our blood to maintain a stable blood glucose level. Your liver can turn the backbone of fatty acids, the glycerol backbone of fatty acids, and certain amino acids that are glycogenic or glucogenic. It can turn those into glucose through a process called gluconeogenesis. It uses this process to feed the parts of the body and brain that need glucose when they need it in the absence of any fuel source or simply, just when you have a higher fat diet. So when you're on a keto diet, you become physiologically insulin resistant. Your biceps not going to soak up all that glucose instantly if your brain needs it. Your brain needs it more than your biceps do. Your brain needs it more than your glutes. So your glutes, your biceps, your muscles, your peripheral tissues become insulin resistant. This insulin resistance is not a negative thing. It's actually good and it's clever in the context of a ketogenic diet or a diet fasting. But if you're inducing physiological insulin resistance through either fasting or eating a high-fat diet, a ketogenic diet rather, actually fasting wouldn't apply to this, but if you're inducing insulin resistance and you're becoming insulin resistant due to a ketogenic diet and a high-fat diet, because high-fat intake can cause physiological and peripheral insulin resistance. That's why I usually say it's better to do one fuel or the other. Don't try and get the best of keto with the best of carbs. It usually ends up you get the worst of both worlds instead. What was I saying there? I almost lost it. Get back on track. Partitioning of nutrients through the liver and gluconeogenesis is very important. If you're eating a high-fat diet, you become peripheral insulin resistant. Then you throw a bunch of carbs in there. Your body doesn't really have that much to do with it. You could be asking for more fat storage. You could be asking just to piss it all out and feel crappy and not know what to do with it. And you could just be playing in that limbo zone of metabolic limbo. zone. So stay out of the metabolic limbo zone. If you're going to eat carbs, eat enough carbs to fuel you, which is probably not as much as you think it is. For me, if I'm going to eat carbs, I don't need more than like 100 grams, right? Like that's plenty for me. More than that feels like I'm forcing it. At this point, in the past, I could have smashed all kinds of carbs and thought that, yeah, I'm using those. But I don't know. Thinking back, really, I don't know. I feel much better on a high-fat ketogenic diet. The way my brain works, the way my body works, just the way I feel in general. I like it more. So anyways, don't try and smash carbs to increase performance. Titrate them in slowly. If you are doing a ketogenic diet and you want to have a high level of performance, you have to realize that it takes time. So keep going. Good job, Melba. Adobe Gaines, what's up, man? You said you occasionally mention you incorporate carbs from time to time. Curious if these are only seasonal fruits, or do you include quinoa, rices, or other specific choices? Adobe, that's a great question. Quinoa, used to eat it. Not so big a fan. Rice. Last time I remember eating rice was like 2012. No, 2013. It was our wedding. September 26, 2013. It was the last time I ate rice. And I don't remember that because of the last time I ate rice. I remember that because we had a sushi feast at Jessica and my wedding. Our wedding. We considered ourselves married long before we had our ceremonial wedding. But we had our proper wedding. The family came and did all that stuff, did the ceremony and all that. And we had sushi and there was rice with that. That's the last time I had rice. Is it because I think rice is bad? No. It's just like, I just feel better without it. I don't know. Maybe if there was a bomb-ass sushi restaurant, a kick-ass sushi restaurant, I could get down on some rice and like it. Not afraid of it. Nothing wrong with it. I don't think I would have a negative reaction to it. So, yeah. Rice, quinoa, not so much. Not so into those grains, right? What I do like, I'll name my favorite carbohydrate sources. How about that, Adobe Gaines Propa? Number 1, raw honey. Raw, wild honey. Love it. Love it. It's the essence of all the plants around you gathered up by these magical little insects that just vibrate it all around. They bring it back to their hive. They ferment it and they transmute it through this amazing alchemical process into an edible medicinal food loaded with B vitamins. B vitamins, nice little pun there. But yeah, honey, probably one of my favorite carbohydrates. As far as like an ancestral food too, incredible. Honey's amazing. Also a fan of raw goat's milk and raw dairy, raw cow's milk as well. Especially, I mean, you know, A2 cows supposedly are better for some people. I'm fine. I don't have a sensitivity to dairy. I like the raw dairy. So yeah, I don't know. Those are, you know, probably for the last 2 years, when I do eat carbohydrates, the only thing I usually add would be some honey. And I'll take fats out of the diet. And then also coconut water. I like coconuts, so you know, some coconut water. Fruit, I don't know. I've kind of lost my taste for the sweet fruits. Pineapple can be good, but in context, I like pineapple, but if it's like sauteed in some sort of a fajita or something, you know, maybe with like a nice like organic corn tortilla made from some of the like nice ancestral corn varieties in Latin America that we have. Cool with some of that stuff. So yeah, if I'm gonna eat carbs, that would probably be my choices. Thanks for the question, Adobe Gaines. Gretchen in Brockport, New York. What's up, Gretchen? Brian Sands. Hi, Tristan. Question here on HIIT training while in keto. At times, I'll be fine working out hard. Other times, I'm dead tired after. I've heard B5 helps. What else would you recommend? Look, the deeper your adaptation is, the more time you put into that metabolic state, the better you get at expending energy, rapidly switching between fuel sources, and putting out high octane intensity. You know, of course, yeah, keep your B vitamins balanced. What's really important, in my opinion, well, not even in my opinion, what's really important thing that people miss most is the electrolytes, man. So, Brian, make sure you're getting your electrolytes in. Make sure you're getting enough sodium. Make sure you're getting enough potassium, and make sure you're getting enough magnesium. Get those in. Increase your magnesium intake. You might feel better. Have more sodium before you're sweating a bunch, and you'll definitely feel better. Sarah Mazur, what's up? Working overtime, listening in to the show. Right on, Sarah. Rubert's, man, 7 years since you've been to Ecuador. That's crazy. It's been 5, almost 6 years since I've been in the U.S. All right. Highfalutin Low Carb says, yeah, but have you seen the bacon fast? All right. Killuminati says, did a 5-day water fast and jumped straight into keto. Seamless transition. That's powerful. I'm not a proponent of long fasts. I don't tell people go fast. I think people should be fasting for specific personal reasons, not because some guru tells them to. I think fasting should be more of a spiritual thing. That's how I've always experienced it. It's always been a profound way to enter very intense reflective states of consciousness, to work through personal issues and stuff like that. I think fasting can be fantastic. And also, when you're sick, you naturally fast. So you did a 5-day water fast, then you jumped into keto. You said it's a seamless transition. That kind of lines up with certain experiences that I've had at the transition in between seasons. There's so many things I could explain here. So I think a seasonal ketogenic approach can be very, very powerful, meaning you eat a ketogenic diet when you're not in a long light cycle. So in the summer and spring, having some more carbohydrates, decreasing the fat a bit, and going on a ketogenic diet in the winter, fall, and these lower light periods. I think it'd be very, very powerful. And that's how we would have done it historically. It's all about yoking your circadian rhythm to the circadian rhythm of the environment, the natural light cycles around. What are we talking about again? Water fast. Okay. So when you're doing a 5-day water fast, you're completely emptying the body. You're completely resetting the immune system, and you're getting rid of a lot of the gut bacteria that were there too. For some reason, I thought Ariana was behind me. I looked back and expected to see her. I saw some movement, but she wasn't. So when you're doing that fast, they say a 3-day fast completely resets the immune system. Also, they say 90% of the immune system is in the gut. That's what they say now. They say all kinds of stupid things too, but those are 2 things that they say all the time now. So doing a 5-day fast, you're resetting your immune system, you're emptying your body out of all this stuff. Then the foods you're putting in, your body is so primed, your body is so tuned in, it's so ready to be fueled that it soaks it right up. It creates the enzymes you need and probably starts those metabolic processes really quickly and efficiently. Plus, you were in deep ketosis for 5 days or like 3 days, depending on how long it took you to get there. So yeah, you're primed for it. I think that's great. I think people who do intermittent fasting and then try keto tend to have an easier transition too. I'm not saying that's the way everyone should do it, but hey, you found something that works for you, and that's awesome. The Angelina Louise says, hi, Tristan and Jessica. Love the work you guys are doing. What are the best foods for adrenal fatigue and stress-related issues? The best foods for adrenal fatigue and stress-related issues are relaxation, sleep, and deep breathing. That's what you need. No food's going to fix adrenal fatigue. The adrenal fatigue is from your lifestyle. It's from the stress. It's from the constant rah, 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 rah. It's from picking yourself apart in your mind all day. It's from beating yourself up all day. Could be from working a job you hate, hanging out with people you don't like, people that don't stimulate you, pretending that your friends are really your friends. I mean, these are things, these are low-level stressors that people have in their life, right? What are you surrounded with? You surrounded with anchors that are holding you down or making you feel heavy? Are you working a job that you don't like? Do you do things that give you a heavy heart and a heavy conscience? Those things will cause adrenal fatigue. Stress will cause adrenal fatigue. Food is going to be second to sleep, to getting outdoors in nature, to connecting with your environment and your community and having meaningful, loving relationships, and to deep breathing. So all those things, that's what you should be doing. A diet of deep breaths, relaxation, stress reduction, and life enjoyment. Maybe you need a vacation. Allison Wright says, how does keto relate to your personal spiritual journey? It's food, right? like food and the spiritual journey, they don't. I try to keep those things separate, right? A lot of people like to make religion out of food, you know? See vegan YouTube. See most vegans. How does keto relate to your spiritual journey? I don't know. It's like asking me, how does that pair of shoes down there relate to your spiritual journey? It's just like, diet is not spirit. Diet's not spiritual. Sorry. So, all right, here's what I'll say. A lot of us stuff food down our throat to stifle our perception of what we see, feel, and are. When we stop doing that, we can have profound, deep spiritual experiences and a deeper, richer, more meaningful life. So for some people, stopping the addictive cycle of using food as a narcotic, of using food to dumb us down, to dope us up, to block out life, to block out the signal, to tune out. Stopping that and rearranging your relationship with food, treating your body as your vessel, treating your body as the temple through which you commune with the divine, with the creator. I think treating your body like that, like a vessel, and dialing it in and treating it like a well-oiled machine, tuning that machine in so that it can communicate better with the divine, communicate better with the great mystery that we inhabit. That's one way that one could use diet in a spiritual way. But, you know, I mean, everyone's on their own journey, right? We all have our own profound connection to life. We all have our own profound way of seeing, of being. All right. Mutant Stoner says, hey, sir, I'm just curious. I'm 6'1", 245, trying to lose weight. How much fat should I have in a day? No idea. You want coaching? You hit me up on the coaching section of the website. How much fat should you have in a day? You want to lose weight? You're 6'1", 245. I don't know your metabolic rate. I don't know how much lean muscle mass you have. I don't know what you've done in the past. I don't know what you're eating now. I'm sorry, I can't just tell you eat this many carbs, fat, protein. You say you're having 140 grams of protein a day. Shoot, with the information you gave me, I can't even tell you if that's enough. Don't fear protein. Don't trip about the protein, but you know, get sufficient protein. Fat is your energy source. If you want to burn body fat, less fat on the plate, more fat off the body. If you don't eat any fat and you just eat protein, your body's going to get stressed out and freaked out because you're basically doing a protein-sparing modified fast and starving yourself of energy. So you don't want to starve yourself, but you don't want to stuff yourself. More fat does not equal you burn more body fat. I mean, eat more fat does not equal burn more body fat. So hope that helps. Mutant Stoner. Amber says, Sarah Major, what's up? Amber was commenting on something back there and it wouldn't make sense in context, so I'm going to skip it. Jeremy says, is joint pain a thing on keto? No, it is not, my friend. Maybe you got the flu or something. I had a flu the other day. I had some joint aches, some dancing with a toilet too. Jessica and I the same night both woke up and puked. Little seasonal flu rolling through the Andes here. And it's funny, a lot of people in town the same day got the same thing. It seemed to be airborne. Very, very interesting how these things spread. Farmer Mima says, if I have body fat I'm wanting to lose, is it better to eat lean proteins or should I keep eating fatty proteins and suppress appetite? Fatty proteins. Why do you think fatty proteins suppress appetite more than lean proteins? Who told you that? I mean, it's all about context. That's not true across the board. Protein is the most satisfying macro. It's the most satiating macronutrient, protein. Fat can induce satiety, but not like protein. If you're wanting to lose body fat, should I, in general, I can't even say this. I can't even say in general, if you want to lose body fat, eat lean proteins or eat fatty proteins because you can get fats from other sources in the diet. But if the goal is to lose body fat, then don't get that confused with trying to elevate ketones by jumping up your fat intake significantly, right? So if you're trying to lose body fat, you do want to eat less dietary fat. But I don't know. I mean, if you want to eat the lean proteins or if you want the fattier cuts of meat, that's kind of up to you. You can take those fats from whatever part of the diet you want, right? You get what I'm saying? You get my drift there, farmer? Farmer Meemaw. I like the name, by the way. Ryan says, I like to do fasted cardio in the morning. Wait, it just scrolled down. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, no. Wow. There's so many comments and so many people watching. This is insane. What's up, everybody? Wow. Okay. I got to find this question. Oh, I lost it. I don't know. Latitude says I skipped your question. I'm sorry. There's so many questions, man. I try not to skip them. Let's see. Wayne Bosher says, "G'day, mate, from New Zealand." New Zealand. I wish I could do a New Zealand accent. New Zealand accent is incredibly difficult to do. Constipation. Any tips how to get things moving along, so to speak? I ate a lot of broccoli, so a lot of fiber, I think. Was fine when I was eating carbs. All right, the constipation thing. It's an electrolyte issue for most people. When you start a ketogenic diet, your body dumps water weight, electrolytes go with it. Magnesium, sodium, and potassium. I dropped my lid. There it is. Magnesium, sodium, and potassium are crucial. You need those on a ketogenic diet. Eat more salt is the first thing. Try to get at least 2.5 to 3 teaspoons of salt in per day and see if that helps. Guarantee it'll help. You're probably low on sodium, magnesium, and potassium. If you want to supplement magnesium, magnesium citrate or natural calm can be a mellow, gentle thing that can get things moving. So that can help too. But you say constipation, you started keto. Keto doesn't cause constipation. Lack of salt will, though. And most people that start keto don't understand that you need more sodium. So hope that helps. All right. Let's see. Tanya says, do you have any knowledge or thoughts on IF with T2 diabetics, insulin resistant? Dr. Jason Fung states that IF will help deplete the stored sugar from the liver to no longer have resistance. Yeah, Fung's absolutely right. I mean, low carbohydrate diets and intermittent fasting can definitely help restore insulin sensitivity in diabetics, but also just losing that body fat, right? Losing the visceral fat makes you more insulin sensitive. All right, Mel Brown says, I don't have enough endurance for my athletics, but I feel great otherwise. So what's going on here, Mel Brown? You're getting a little ahead of yourself. You feel great otherwise. Focus on the feeling great otherwise. Build on that. There's your platform. You move forward from there. Your athleticism will return. Your quickness will return, and you'll be back up to your normal level of performance soon. It just takes time. Flytrap Factory says, hey, Tristan, hope you guys are good, man. Well, thank you. Well, thank you. Jessica in Idaho, what's up? Says she's having nausea and dizziness. Been in ketosis for 1.5 years. I don't know. You've been nauseous and dizzy for 1.5 years, and you think it's because of your diet? I don't know. You've been in ketosis for 1.5 years, you say, and now you're having bouts of nausea and dizziness. Maybe this is not a keto thing, right? People get obsessed with diet. We pretend like everything. Oh, I stubbed my toe today. I was walking down the street and there was a bump and I kicked it with my toe. Is this because of keto? Like literally, like people go crazy with this stuff. Not everything is because of diet. So yeah, you're doing keto for 1.5 years and it's not working. You're doing something wrong. Not like you doing something wrong, but something's off. Something's not working in the system. Change it up. I don't know what you're doing. Hi from Australia. Do you ever address politics? This is not a political channel. I don't address it here, really. And what is politics? The art of controlling your environment. So Hunter Thompson used to call it. Politics is the art of controlling your environment. Holler's Music says, just got to say, you helped open my eyes recently to the idea that eating more fat won't help if I am burning that fat instead of the fat on my body. This was the one breakthrough for me. Thanks. Dude, that's awesome. Isn't it crazy like how complicated people make it? Telling people to eat more fat to burn body fat, it's silly. Yes, in the beginning you want to eat fat, right? Like you don't need to stuff your face with as much butter as you can or bite of butter with every bite. But in the beginning of a keto diet, you're going to be at around maintenance calories. You don't want to cut calories too dang low. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm glad you find, I'm glad you're finding good information here and that it's helping you. And I hope more people catch on to this, and I hope more people jump on the same train here. All right. Kimberly says, what are your thoughts on keto for someone with kidney damage? I don't think there's any contraindication. I would check with your physician. I'm not a doctor. I'm not I'm not sanctioned by the medical priesthood to give advice. You have to go to your doctor to get that type of advice. So I don't know. Keto's fine for you if you have kidney damage, Kimberly. I wouldn't think there would be a contraindication. Dr. Jason Fung is a nephrologist who often leads people through fasts and encourages fasting, and he's a doctor who works on kidneys. So I don't know. I think he would have found an issue if there was one, but look into it. James Kever says, in your book, all right, so by your book, for those of you who are new to the channel, James is referring to the Ketogenic Edge Cookbook, a training manual for low carbohydrate, ketogenic, and paleo cuisine. That's our book. It's available exclusively at primaledgehealth.com. You're not going to find it anywhere else. It's available in ebook form, and it's incredible. My name is on it, but it was written by my wife, Jessica. This is a cookbook that took her over a year and a half to make. I don't even like calling it a cookbook, right? Because it's a training manual. That's what we call it. We call it a training manual for low-carb, ketogenic, and paleo cuisine, because it basically teaches you how to turn your kitchen into a keto master chef's lair, into a keto artist's studio. Because if you want to be successful at keto, if you want to be successful at any diet, you got to build habits that you can sustain long term. Those habits include preparing food. You got to be able to prepare your own food. So this book is made for the beginners to the absolute experts. It's an incredible resource. There's an entire section on how to use organ meats. And you're asking about green powder. We actually show you how to make nutrient-dense green vegetable powder so that you can have vitamins from your garden that you can bring with you anytime you want and have any time of the day. Now you're saying, let's see, the question here was this. In your book, it discusses making green powder for green juice. I buy mine, 4 grams of carbs and 4 grams fiber. My blood sugar spikes like 20 to 30 points. Is this physiological insulin resistance? When are you taking it? What are you taking with? What time are you taking it with? And do you understand that blood sugar spikes every time you eat, no matter what? Just because your blood sugar goes up does not mean you're diabetic, insulin resistant, or not. If you're not diabetic, why are you checking your blood sugar after you drink green powder? Like if you have a green powder, I say drink because most people like mix it in, they'll like drink it down. Why would you measure blood sugar after that? Are you diabetic? Are you doing this for medical reasons? Or are you just trying to lose body fat? You've probably been wasting a lot of time, money, and energy and blood draining into these stupid glucometers for no reason, without even having an understanding of what you're looking at. Any food you eat is going to boost your blood sugar after the meal. Now, 2 hours after the meal is when you would want to look at your blood sugar to actually see what happened. But anyways, I don't know. Don't trip on it. You're fine. It's all about context, right? I'm not saying that measuring your blood glucose is useless for everybody. Obviously, for diabetics, it's required. It's crucial. But for the average Joe who's just trying to lose body fat on keto, you don't have to freaking test your blood sugar after everything. You don't have to test your blood sugar after every time you take a piss. You don't have to test your blood ketones after every time you step on a crack. It's going to be okay. Keep it simple, simple, simple. Body Confidence says raw honey. Serious? Didn't consider that keto friendly. No, it's not keto friendly. Honey and carbohydrates are not keto friendly. Somebody asked me what carbohydrate sources I prefer on a non-keto diet. Honey is not okay on a keto diet. I'm sorry. Charlie says I use raw brown honey in my coffee. That's cool if you're on a non-keto diet. What I was talking about there was in the context of a non-ketogenic diet. If you're eating keto, if you're eating carbs, right? I'm not saying eat honey if you're on keto. Body confident. Don't get it confused. Listen, context, pay attention. All right, Gomez says, I know this question is totally out of topic. I've been keto for 3 months. I'm shedding hair. What do I do? All right. You're shedding hair. Shedding hair can be a seasonal thing, first of all. It is summertime. Also, keto does not make you lose your hair. You know what does make you lose your hair? Extreme calorie deficits and stress. So a lot of people, they start like a keto diet, or they start like a high carb diet, or like I started a vegan diet and my hair started falling out. This doesn't mean that it's because of the diet. You're probably in a huge calorie deficit. You're probably stressing the crap out of your body. Stop stressing your body out. Relax, and your hair won't fall out. And also, if it's just a seasonal thing, like summertime, you shed hair, maybe take a little look at what's going on in your environment. No, Axel, corn tortillas are not okay on keto. Look, stop taking things out of context. Why is everybody always taking everything out of context on the internet? This is freaking ridiculous. I was talking about on a non-keto diet, those are carbs that I enjoy. Stop it, people. Crazy. Ridiculous. No, corn, not good on keto. Honey, not good on keto. I was just saying, if I were not eating keto right now, the foods that I like, the carb sources that I think are good foods for my body, for me, what I prefer. I'm really into the raw honey, local, organic raw honey. I also like some fajitas, and he was talking about fruit. So I said, yeah, maybe I'd have like some fajitas that would have a little bit of pineapple cooked in with the meat on a delicious corn tortilla that's made with some of the organic heirloom corn varieties that are thousands of years old that grow in the Andes. That's what I was talking about. I'm not saying go eat corn and honey on keto. Rawr. Context. All right. I'm not mad. I'm just playing into it. Paradoxical Axiom says, I noticed you and Jessica ate about 700 calories when you shared your meals. I eat 2,500 calories, and I'm definitely smaller and less active. You notice that we ate about 700 calories in a day, in one day. That doesn't mean we eat that every day. We say that all the time in these videos. Context, people. Context. I'm about to quit this Hangout because everyone takes everything out of context. This is ridiculous. Just because I ate 1,700 calories in a day on one day doesn't mean I eat that every day. And I said that in that video. I said this is an aggressive fat loss macro for me because I was eating more the days before that, and I just wasn't hungry that day. So for that week, actually, I was at very low calories because I was very busy. And Jessica, I'm pretty sure she said in her video as well that she usually probably ate a little more than that, but that day she wasn't that hungry. We try to keep it real with you guys and keep it honest, but this taking out of context thing gets ridiculous. But it's the internet, alas. One of the only things that's sure in life is you will be misunderstood, misinterpreted, and misrepresented. All right. Thoughts on caloric need calculators? Baloney. Yeah, those calorie calculators are baloney. Sorry. All right. Sheepy says, can I build muscle and lose fat in ketosis? Yes. You can absolutely lose muscle. I'm sorry, build muscle and lose fat in ketosis. And it requires discipline, a well-formulated diet, and a well-formulated workout routine. You have to stimulate the muscle and make your body believe it needs more muscle. You have to give yourself enough protein to rebuild that muscle. You have to also give yourself enough caloric fuel to fuel the building and replacement of that muscle without giving yourself way too much fuel source so you don't burn fat. So it's riding a line. It's very difficult for a lot of people to formulate. I got loads of clients that burn fat, build muscle at the same time. It's not that hard to do. You just got to do it right. So yeah. Let's see what else. Repent People. Great name. Repent People. Says, should I follow 65-35 instead of 75-25-5? She's talking about macronutrient ratios, meaning 65% fat, 30% protein, 5% carb, because she's obese, 300 pounds, got to lose a lot of weight, he or she. I heard I should eat less fat. My max are fat 101, protein 115, 7 grams net carb, IF 16.8. Look, I don't know how much you should eat. I can't give you a diet. I can't coach you, give you a full-on diet through YouTube comments. I'm sorry. But I will say this. Watch my video that says macronutrient percentages, macronutrient ratios are irrelevant. It does not freaking matter what percentage of fat, protein, and carb you're eating. That doesn't matter for ketosis, for fat loss, or for health. So get enough protein, eat some fat, but not way too much fat that you're just, burning the dietary fat. Jessica wants attention, guys. Here you go.
I'm here ringing the dinner bell. Like 15 minutes or so.
I'm going to eat soon, guys. What are we having for dinner?
I made that fish that you brought home.
I brought home fish from
And
Aloha today. What kind of fish is it?
Called dorado.
Dorado. Tenemos
Gold.
dorado. Axel, what's dorado in English? I don't even know what it is, man. I thought it was swordfish, but what is swordfish called again?
Pez espada.
Pez espada. Oh, I wanted pez espada.
Ah,
But next time,
next time.
alas. Hey, Ryder, check this kid out right here. This boy, this little baby boy right here was gestated by Jessica while she was in ketosis. She did a ketogenic diet the whole pregnancy. She also is doing a ketogenic diet while nursing him. So that's kind of a keto baby. And here's Ariana needs some attention desperately, guys. She needs the attention, all of it. Hello, Ariana. How are you?
She's going to help me with the fish.
Do you have anything to say, Ari?
No,
No.
but it's dark.
It's dark. How old are you?
5.
Do you like picking your nose?
No.
Far too much. All right. I'll see all of you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. All right. Little family drop in. I forget what I'm talking about. Oh, macronutrient ratios don't matter. You can eat a 100% carbohydrate diet, be in ketosis, and lose body fat. Think about this. What if you just had 1 bite of broccoli every day? That's all carbs. You're going to be in ketosis. You're going to burn nothing but body fat all day. There you go. Macronutrient ratios don't matter. Get sufficient protein. Your deficit's coming from fat. If what you're doing is working and you're losing body fat, don't overcomplicate it. Don't trip out and start looking all over YouTube, trying to find somebody else to confuse you. Stop looking for confusion. Continue doing what you're doing. Get progress. Lose that body fat, and you're good. Repent, people. Do not waste time and energy worrying about these things. Just keep doing what you're doing, I'd say. If it's working, do it. You're probably getting enough protein. I don't know how big you are, but look, I can't give you macros right now, right? Like, I can't tell you you're getting sufficient protein, but you probably are. You got a significant amount of body fat to burn. Keep burning that body fat and you should be all right. Okay. There's so much. Wow, this is absurd. Crazy amount of comments. Hello, everybody. Angela, what's up? Gelatinized versus raw maca. Bunch of different macas. Oh, we don't have maca right now on the website. Sorry. Yeah, we don't have maca in stock. We should have it like some point in the near future. I hope. But yeah. Helmet says, do you have any political leanings? You trying to bait me? Political leanings. Like, see, right there is the divide, right? Leanings. You lean left or do you lean right? Left wing, right wing. One shitty bird. Shitting all over everybody. All right. BZ says, thanks for doing what you and your family are doing. Thank you. All right. Allison says, thanks for your feedback. I think keto is way more than just food, for sure. Totally. Look, and I'm not promoting keto as like some spiritual thing. It's going to make you enlightened or make you happy. But making decisions to treat your body, to honor your body, to treat your vessel with honor, to feed it the right nutrients, to treat it like the beautiful machine that it is, holding your consciousness, your experience so that you can commune with life. Treating it like that can lead to a really profoundly amazing experience, right? But it's like that you could do that through any diet. And in every spiritual tradition in the world, fasting is a powerful tool, is one of the most. I don't want that. Thank you. That's awesome. Do you want to come? No, we'll talk about it later. Bye-bye. It's so hard not to just go into Ariana's world and go play with her. She's so sweet. All right. Farmer Mima says, this diet has allowed me to break the bondage of gluttony. I'm no longer obsessed with food. That is how keto has helped my spiritual journey. It was a gift from God. That's pretty awesome. There you go. So you don't deify the diet, right? It's not like, oh, like keto is this amazing thing. Keto did this. I think that's a good perspective, right? Keto was this gift that the divine creator gave to you, put in your life, and allowed you to, I mean, as you see it, allowed you to break the bondage to what you call gluttony, right? That's powerful. And that's exactly what I was talking about there. When you stop stuffing your face to block the life force that you've been blessed with and given, that's all around us just waiting to fill us up and emanate from us. When we stop blocking that out with food, drugs, porn, hatred, jealousies, angers, frustrations, pity, self-pity, all this stuff. When we stop blocking the flow of our life force with those things, then we can live. And changing our diet can be a powerful step along the way to having more life. All right. Tiki Tim says, I don't cook. What's my best choice for commercial keto bread? Start cooking, Tiki Tim. Check out the Ketogenic Edge cookbook. If you don't cook, check it out. Check out the cookbook. We actually tell you how to arm yourself with a keto kitchen. All the tools you need to start your keto kitchen. Live. Make food. I mean, making your own food. If you don't make your own food, how do you expect to be successful long-term with your health and with any diet, or just as like a man in general? You don't cook? How are you going to get a woman? Unless you got a woman that cooks for you. Then how did you get her? All right. Martin Draghi says, what are your thoughts on Hyper Saunders to SFA? What is Hyper Saunders? Don't know. All right. Dan Geisler says, are you a pothead? Are you a pothead? Dan Geisler, are you a pothead? Are you a pothead? Do you do the pot? All right. Ember Lee says it's just 4 ingredients. All right. Tiki Tim, check out the Ketogenic Edge cookbook. Look at the recipe in there for the keto flatbreads, or better yet, for free. The keto flatbreads recipe is available on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, and on our website. We put out all kinds of content for free. You guys forget that, right? If you enjoy the content, if you like what you see, if this helps you, then you can support the channel. Purchase the book. If you want to help yourself out, purchase the book too. It's an incredible resource. Tiki Tim, you got to learn to cook, man. Like, you sit down with a friend, admit that you don't know how to cook, and have someone help you out, man. All right. Mutant Stoner says, hey, Tristan, when I get a stable job and save up some money, I'm going to drop $1,000 on your website. I'm poor at the moment, but I want all your cookbooks and advice. Mutant Stoner. You don't need to drop $1,000 on my website. Drop $1,000 directly into my bank account. No, I'm just kidding. Look, dude, you don't need money to be successful on keto. Seriously. Look, our cookbook costs $20 on our website. $20. That can arm you with a lot of knowledge right there, but you don't need that to do keto either. You can get so much for free off our website, off our YouTube channel. If you got to save up money to do this, like, don't trip on it. Don't save up money to give to me, man. Save up your money to do something that empowers your life, that empowers what you want to empower, that stokes your fire. All right. David Meyerless. What's up, David? How's it going, man? It says, love all your videos. Be blessed in all you do and your endeavors. Thanks for what you do, buddy. Thank you. All right. Whoa. All right. Someone else says, thanks for your channel. I've lost 26 pounds of pure body fat on keto in 2 months. That's so awesome. That is so cool. Hey, congratulations. Tune Up PC says, thank God for no politics. Right? Like, why is everybody's pretending to want to talk about politics nowadays, but no one knows what they're talking about anyways, right? People don't know history. People don't understand what's going on anyways. Everyone's just blah, 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 repeating the talking points, right? Repeating the talking points that you're spoon-fed. I'm not here to spoon-feed you this crap. Study history. Deep history. Long-term history. Study human behavior, human psychology, anthropology, archaeology, and question all of them. politics. Ridiculous. All right. Ember. What's up, Ember? All right. Repent people. Hello. We just talked. Ember. Sarah, what's up? Everybody's trying to give advice to Tiki Tim about how to cook.
Fish is ready.
Fish is ready. All right, I'm gonna start wrapping this up, guys. I'll give this about 5 or 10 more minutes. Look, all these questions here at the bottom. Okay. Rebecca says, "Hey Tristan, a note to thank you and your wife for the wonderful cookbook. I own a lot, and this one's a keeper. Tomorrow is transplant day for my husband to have one of my kidneys." Wow, Rebecca, you were on for the last one, and you told me that you were giving your husband a kidney. That's so awesome. That's so cool. Well, first of all, thank you for thanking us. I mean, I'm dumbfounded that you're spending this time. Like tomorrow you're going in to give your husband a kidney and you're watching us now. I mean, wishing you all well and, best wishes to you. What a blessing giving your husband a kidney. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sarah made a joke, says, "Eat corn with honey and flour to be successful." No, context, people. It's like people listen to these videos and then they just hear like little tidbits and then they make up whatever story they want, add, fill in the blanks. It's just like the news. All right. All right. Helmet says, "I have direct experience of diet and politics, but spirituality I'm not so sure about. I'm not 100% sure that spirit exists. Do you acknowledge spirit but not politics? Why?" I'm not sure spirit exists. I'm not sure you exist. I'm not sure consciousness exists. I'm not sure gravity exists. I'm not sure Tristan exists. I'm not sure keto exists. I'm not sure language exists. I'm not sure spirit exists. When you look close enough at matter, the physicists aren't even sure that matter exists. It's empty space. It's the mystery. You live in a mystery. You tell yourself blah, 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 blah of what the mystery means. You let other people tell you blah, 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 blah of what the mystery means, what it is, what spirit means, what politics means, what this means, what that means. But we got to figure it out for ourselves, right? You're not sure spirit exists. I'm not sure you exist, my friend. I'm not sure I exist. All right. All right. And you're done. Helmet Blista keeps trying to get me to talk politics, keeps complaining about what I'm talking about. What are you doing, man? Go talk politics somewhere else. You don't believe in spirit. You don't believe in life. You don't believe in energy. But you believe in politics. Get out of here. How do you get shredded on keto? First of all, have lean muscle mass. Build some muscle. Second of all, burn a bunch of body fat and maintain that lean muscle mass by eating enough protein during the shredding phase and lifting weights to maintain that muscle as well. And you'll be shredded on keto. There you go. All right. Carrie S says, "What's up, Haggards? Loving life. Feeling the best I ever have. Keto lifestyle. It literally saved my life. 125 pounds lost. Thank you." Repent People says, "Thank you so much for your advice, coach. Many blessings to you." Right on, Repent People. All right. Killuminati says, "I'm atheist. To define it in the sense of wellness and balance is one thing. I didn't hear him mention supernatural." Yeah, I never mentioned supernatural, but there is supernatural. And if you're an atheist, you're actually a theist. You're saying you believe in atheism. You believe in nothing. You're an atheist. You've made the decision. I mean, atheism to me, when I was a kid, I just remember thinking it was so funny, right? Like I was always agnostic growing up, right? I thought I was atheist at times, but this is not a religious channel. This is not about like a spirituality channel, but this is always funny to me. To claim I am an atheist is such a dogmatic statement. It's silly, right? I am an atheist. There is nothing greater than my perception. Only I make the rules. Funny, right? I don't know. Hey, we're all at different points. We all see differently, feel differently, experience differently. Enjoy life. If being an atheist floats your boat, calling yourself, labeling yourself an atheist and defining yourself with that floats your boat, if it toots your horn, if it tickles your pickle, go ahead and do it. All right. Mahi Mahi is Dorado, I thought. Dorado, I don't know. Axel doesn't know what it's in English anyways. All right, look. So many people making so many awesome comments. Rebecca Lott, big shout out to you. First of all, thanks for shouting out the cookbook. Thanks for buying and enjoying the cookbook. And thanks for just inspiring me with just giving me those little bits of information. Best of luck with your kidney transplant. That's really awesome. What a blessing to your husband. For the rest of you viewers, thank you so much for enjoying this, for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting the channel with your views, with your likes, and through checking out the website and purchasing the cookbook at at primaledgehealth.com. Now, the cookbook we talked about is called The Ketogenic Edge Cookbook, a training manual for low-carb, ketogenic, and paleo cuisine. It's available exclusively at the website, primaledgehealth.com. If you want to get notified before the next one of these little live hangouts, go to primaledgehealth.com and sign up for the newsletter, and we'll send you out a nice little warning before we do this so you can ask your questions or leave your comments or banter with people in the audience. Thanks so much for everybody for tuning in. To the individual that I did ban, I'm sorry, but you just got really annoying. If you guys want to tune in next time, keep it nice topic. Don't try and bait me into political games the whole time. And enjoy the day. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Ketogenic diet is not going to fix your life, but it can be a powerful tool. So you can find more at primaledgehealth.com. Peace out, guys. See you next time.